Well, I started on Need for Speed 2 back in 1996, and I worked on quite a few of the early titles, and then took a little break in the middle there for a few years, and then I worked on some of the later titles. And so, yeah, a better part of maybe 9, 10 years of NFS. Yeah. Well, the company I was with at the time was actually not EA. It was a porting house for EA, and we were doing various different titles. And Need for Speed was one of the titles they wanted us to jump on and actually co-develop at the time too. We were doing the PC SKUs for it and whatnot. So it was an exciting opportunity. It was a really fun game, and it was one of the top titles at the time. The first company was EA Seattle. We formed EA Seattle back in '95, and I was there till about 2001, 2002, and then after that, I moved up to EAC for a few years, and then I joined Black Box right after the purchase. I gotta say, Most Wanted was my favorite one to play. It was I think we really revitalized the franchise with putting cops full force into it, making it a very chase or be chased type game, and I thought it was really innovative, and there were so many different things to do in that game. It was the first time we really explored open world, you know, and created such a rich environment. I gotta say it was probably Hot Pursuit 1, the very first one, Need for Speed 3. And I think that was '98 time frame, might be '97, and that was we were such a small team. We were very, very small, and everybody was a designer, an artist, and an engineer at the same time, and we just kind of all did everything. I even got to work on special effects for that game. I wrote the engine. We didn't have an artist, so I did all the art too. So that one was a blast to work on. Well, it's got a long history. I mean, Need for Speed has gone through, it's been developed in multiple countries, over multiple teams, over many years, and it's had its ups and downs. It's had its better projects and worse projects, but overall, I think the history is so rich. You know, there's not one thing you can point to say this is Need for Speed. So yeah, it's just a very, very complex history behind it. And that's what makes it so fascinating.